So, hey guys, welcome to the Taste of Sport podcast that we're going to be starting up. I have notes over here, so I'm going to be looking over here.
I have a list over here.
I'm possibly doing this because I can't fucking see anything.
I won't be.
I'm joined myself, Luke, and JD. We'll be doing a variety of sports, like the NFL, the NBA, and I'm going to force him to do Premier League.
Probably not going to do it.
Because, I mean, you follow Arsenal, I follow Man U. We're not in a very good position.
Interesting. Fighting for 5th and 6th.
And then there's Cardiff, so they might be back to get relegated again. We might do a bit of NHL hockey.
Yeah, depending on
if we get more knowledgeable on it.
We only started watching it last year, so realistically, I have a problem with knowing everything straight away, but not enough to say I can talk about it without Canadians getting mad at me. And they're nice people, so an angry Canadians is a scary thing to look at.
Yeah.
So.
And might you do some baseball?
I might do.
We could talk about it, but just not in depth.
It might be playoff reviews. Or
this is what happened this week.
Yeah, odd thing.
In the NBA, we'll do stuff like every week we'll do a recap on the games that have just happened, and then on the week, like predictions for the game of the week in front of us.
And then just pre-season, before the season starts, just like predictions and random position videos, stuff like that. Just whatever we feel like.
Top 10 in the position, maybe for that week.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do different things every week of.
You could do like power rankings for the positions.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Random before the season starts, once the season starts, it'll all be updates and news and all this kind of opinions on what's happening in the league and.
Follow the Taste of Sport Twitter for current news.
At Taste of Sport.
Easy, simple. What more could you want? We could talk about free agency, which would probably be the next thing that we do. The first thing.
Yeah.
Because that's currently going on and happening. Top 10 positions and players.
That'll be more
before the season
short
starts.
Videos, kind of probably YouTube videos randomly thrown up, ideas like that.
We still don't know whether this is going on my channel or a Taste of Sport channel.
You'll have to come back to us when it comes to where it's actually going on. But if you just follow the Twitter, it'll be put up where it is anyway. So.
Will this one go on my channel as like a taster?
Yes.
No pun intended. Oh god, a taster of sport. And then depending on what people say, we might make our own Taste of Sport channel.
Which obviously whoever watches this, if you think that's a good idea, just put in the comment section of it or
let us know.
Add us on Twitter or whatever about it. Either way. And then for NFL and stuff, probably just the preseason starting soon, but we're still February. You still kind of feel like you're reading in from the last season, so we'll probably do a review of what we thought the last season went, either for our own personal teams or
Trash.
just. Well, you'll find out who he follows in a minute. You'll realise what's happening. And just debates on, because before the season there's been a lot of debating and like opinionated videos, kind of like what we want to talk about ourselves before the season starts, because then the season kind of dictates what we're going to talk about and when we're going to talk about it. And then we're going to try, hopefully, and keep up with the hard knocks, which is with the Raiders this season, and kind of like, because a lot of storylines comes from that, which is really like interesting. We see how Antonio Brown's getting on. It was fucking.
Didn't he fly in a helicopter for his first training camp thing?
I don't know, was that this season or last season? Wasn't there last season, was it? But
oh yeah, no, he probably
and his
wasn't.
blonde mustache
Jesus.
and whatever stupid.
I'm sure I read a thing that said he flew in a helicopter again.
I know Jalen Ramsey jumped out of a bus.
Oh. No, that wasn't a bus. That was like a bank
money
thingy.
Because he wants to
bank
get paid.
money transfer thing, yeah. And some guy
paid.
screaming out of a microphone. No.
That's Haha Davis.
No.
Yeah. But anyway, that'll be interesting trying to see what develops there, because there's John Gruden, you've Antonio Brown. No one knows what Derek Carr is like. There's so many
Is it
opinions.
just the Raiders or is it more than one team?
No, it's always just one team. Just Raiders.
For some reason I thought it was two teams this
No,
year.
it was the Browns last season. Just the Browns.
Why can't it be the Browns this season?
Would have been
when
more
they're about to be
interesting.
fired.
I think we'll get into that. I have a bit of a hot take on that opinion of that. Award stuff, kind of. It's going to be a really weird thing of kind of just before the season anyway. Everything's going to be up in the air and what we feel like we want to talk about and what random news comes up, and then after that, it's again projections for each week, what we think the scores might be, reviews of what they're going to or what they've been, all that kind of stuff. Just whatever we feel like talking about at the time. There's going to be a huge debate at some stage about a certain quarterback that we have opinions on that isn't Tom Brady.
Obviously Tom Brady. Obviously.
Which we don't need to, because we have of them. But yeah, that's what the NFL is going to be for the season, and there might be guest appearances from some of our friends who jump on the odd time. We have a host with the most who was there for his first season of watching NFL with his team, with the Falcons, and even though I have a Chicago Bulls top on, I'm a Patriots fan, so we had a 28-3 scenario. So we might bring him in just to
for the fans.
Yeah, just an
to laugh at him.
abusive episode probably.
Someone to abuse him.
Abuse that time.
By the way, he is over there, so
there.
that could be why we're looking over there every now and
again. He's not ready for you to see him because he's a bit of a hot mess.
Currently in a VR headset, so
yeah. But yeah, that's kind of us for the season. So we might as well just tell them what our teams are and the main two sports we want to talk about. We can tell them what else after that.
So for myself in the NFL, I have the Giants, which is just pain and suffering, and the NBA, I have the Clippers, which is a good thing going forward. Not so far, but a good thing going forward. Better than your NBA team. Anyway.
Mine is just slow rolling is what mine is. And alright, so
slow rolling is an understatement.
We didn't buy the league, so what I'm saying.
We had to sell everything before we bought everything.
We sold a long time ago. Once Derek Rose left, we sold everything. So. My boy.
Jesus. It's tough. So yeah, his NBA team is the Bulls, in case you didn't pick that up. How can you have such a difference between your NBA team and your NFL team?
It's my NBA is the Bulls, then which is Chicago, obviously, and then my NFL is the Patriots, is Boston, my hockey is the Bruins, which is Boston, and then the Red Sox is baseball, is Boston as well. It's my dad's fault.
Not even that. The contrast is ridiculous. The Bulls, one of the worst teams in the league, and the Patriots is just.
And then the Bruins are in the finals.
Stupidly, somehow,
the
one
Red
of the
Sox
best teams in the league.
Won the World Series a season ago, so it's just my basketball team. I chose.
Stop being so selfish and winning everything.
That's why I picked the Bulls. Because I want to lose.
So you can feel what it's like being like everyone else.
Never getting past second
losing.
Round. Getting past second round.
To be fair, you wouldn't be much better off if you were a Boston Celtics fan now.
I guess worse because more expectations are just sadder when you lose. It's like you got Kyrie Irving.
It's like you used to win everything ever, and now you have a good team that just don't do anything.
If I lived in the 70s, I'd probably be happy.
Kemba Walker though.
I mean, I like Enes Kanter's their centre, so.
I mean, Kemba Walker can't be much more of a disappointment than Kyrie was. So
he'll stay healthy. That's one thing, and he'll be there all year.
Where's Kyrie now?
Kyrie's at the Nets without Kevin Durant for the season.
Without Kevin Durant because he's dead.
I think they won't make the playoffs, but we'll see.
Brooklyn
yes. We'll see how that goes in the East because I don't like them.
Who else do they have now? Because D'Lo's gone.
Spencer Dinwiddie.
Jesus.
Class.
Class.
They have Joe Harris, the 3-point shooter, really good at threes. He was in the 3-point contest last year. I think he got to the final with Curry, but I'm not 100%. They have Jared Allen, who blocks everybody.
Oh yeah.
Hollis Jefferson's gone. They're all young players who are just gonna. Hopefully, Kyrie. DeAndre Jordan's there.
Oh, he is. Oh, rest in peace.
He'll be soon. I play Allen instead of him.
Oh, I miss him. Okay.
I play Jared instead of him.
Boy.
Because
Kyrie with the oops to DJ all day.
It will be, yeah. It'd be interesting how Kyrie looks happy again. Wow. We haven't seen him happy since LeBron James and Kevin Love in Cleveland because he was carried, having unbelievable young players he didn't want to help.
Yeah. Basically, he was miserable when he had to try and carry the team himself, but happy when he got carried.
Yeah. He's selfish.
That's ridiculous.
I enjoy to watch, but the stuff you hear about him, you can't ignore the fact that players say he's selfish, he doesn't believe in anyone else, he thinks players should be as good as him. When realistically, you had Jason Tatum, Terry Rozier, Jaylen Brown, all these guys in the playoffs the year before did better than them this year.
And you had Al Horford for the experience.
Al Horford, who's now gone to Philly, which is a win for them because he's the only player who stopped Joel Embiid. And now he's on the same team as Joel Embiid, so he's fine there.
And he can mentor Joel Embiid.
I'm not sure anyone can mentor a man who eats a burger before a game.
It's like Marshawn Lynch with his Skittles.
Oh, well, that's why he won a ring though. So
yeah,
one ring. Yeah.
Where's he now? Is he still with the Raiders or is he retired?
Technically there. I don't think he'll be there for the season. They've Jonathan Jacobs who they signed, the rookie. It took ages to sign.
This is like dipping in and out of every kind of sport.
Everything. That's how it's going to be.
Because I was about to say, what's your opinion now of Derek Carr? Moving on to the NFL.
I like Derek Carr. We all know I like Derek Carr.
He's so trash. He was so trash last season.
What do you know to throw to? His line was terrible.
I mean, you're not wrong.
He had no running back because Marshawn Lynch I'm pretty sure got injured most of last season.
Some of the throws he made were just.
I think if he reminds me of Philip Rivers, but Philip Rivers has weapons now. But Philip Rivers was smarter than him. He's less rash, and you got less people saying stuff to him. So I think he's worried too much about what other people think. So you see a lot of throws. Like he's 70 until I don't know, was it last year? He threw 4 interceptions to one team last year, which brought his touchdown to interception ratio way up. So it was I think he had like 17 touchdowns and was it 14 or 15 interceptions. When you watch him play, his arm, he can throw far.
Yeah.
He has a good length in his arm. His reading of a defense, not even reading of a defense, it's his decision making when he sees stuff happen. When he gets pressure on him straight away, I need to throw it straight out.
Yeah, see, I disagree with that because the one play that I always remember from last season was when he was getting pressured, he ran out of the pocket and started running as if he was just going to make a running play and then threw it.
Well, see, another thing he's no confidence either. So when he does like that kind of stuff, that example, he's running away.
Hasn't his line been trash as well?
Horrendous. Well, no, he had Kelechi Osemele, which is the best. What's it, left guard, who's gone. I think he's gone to the Jets now. If I'm wrong, I apologise, but I think it's the Jets. Kelechi Osemele's gone to, and so they've known they didn't draft Cody Ford. I think it depends on Jonathan Jacobs, and who's the running back they got at Alabama. He's the rookie, and they got what is happening?
Cut out. There you go.
When did it cut out?
Just now.
Okay.
That's why I got up.
They have Jonathan Jacobs, running back out of Alabama, who is. He only dropped his. I think he was a first round pick. He dropped down because people don't think running backs matter anymore, because you see like teams like the Seahawks with 4 decent running backs last year. So they think that we don't need a running back, so we can just pick a fella up in the draft. We'll train him up, and he'll be fine.
I mean, to be fair, I like Jalen Richard.
I do, but he's not as good a pass catcher as Jonathan Jacobs would be. Yeah. You can drop him out. So I think that's so.
That was his one and only thing last year. Actually, was pass catching.
So if Jacobs just like he's the fake blocks where like they're blocking and they run off for it. If he did that, and say if he did that, Carr got under pressure because the line is terrible. Just dip it out to him. He might get back to the line at least. It'll take a bit of pressure off him, and of course, Brown, whatever you're going to do is throw it up to him. He's probably going to catch it.
I mean, if you're going by Antonio Brown, like him and Roethlisberger would just throw it his way and he'd just get it anyway. So
we should not get to a Roethlisberger conversation. We'll be eating about it.
But Antonio Brown made Roethlisberger look good in so many situations where he could have been trash.
That's what people don't like to talk about, the fact that he's had Heath Miller, who's a great tight end. He's had Hines Ward, who's a Hall of Fame wide receiver. They went into Antonio Brown. Juju's there now. He seems to always end up with at least one, maybe not top 5, receiver. But at least like Antonio Brown was probably the best wide receiver in the league at one stage, except Julio Jones. But so he was there. Oh God,
that's fine. We can continue. I'll just put a logo up inside.
Is it recording? Oh, because thing.
Yeah. Sound still recording.
So we're not seeing myself now. So I think with Brown and Roethlisberger, no one likes to talk about it because everyone loves Roethlisberger. They think because he won the, obviously he's 2 3 rings. They think he obviously is a great quarterback. He puts it where it needs to be, but Derek Carr's going to have that now with Antonio Brown, where like if he's in trouble, like DeAndre Hopkins, a lot of Watson's throws are. I see Watkins has only one man on him. Yeah,
he's a ridiculous.
He might not be open, but he's only one man on him, so just throw it up and he's probably going to catch it.
Yeah.
Or he's making an attempt to catch it.
I think Hopkins is underrated because he doesn't really get mentioned in like. Well, he does, but like you wouldn't say.
Up until last season, he was
over
ignored.
Everyone else. Yeah.
Till last season, he was ignored. But
he's always been like that.
His hands, but I think he's gotten better with his route running stuff. He actually gets open more often than he used to.
Yeah.
Because it used to be a case like we said, he just catches everything. But now it's got to a case.
Because I would say before last season it was just Antonio Brown and Odell.
I still think Julio.
And Julio, yeah, but
the
like
most disgusting.
Hopkins was just not there.
No, because he doesn't have he's not like he has the spin moves and the jukes and all that kind of shit. But you see Julio, he'll boil you over or he'll juke you out of it. Antonio Brown's the same, but Antonio was more of. He was fast because he was a good returner, but you wouldn't see him as. A yak kind of fella, yards after catch. Odell you would, because Odell just speed. Athleticism is ridiculous.
And because Eli couldn't throw the ball to him, so he had to make the yards after catch.
So I think that for me, Julio still, because of his physical and I think he's a better route runner because he gets open more. than the rest. But you can still, if someone said to me Odell's better than him, or like I take Odell over him, I can't get an argument over because Odell's a different kind of wide receiver.
There's argument for both.
Yeah, because Antonio Brown's the same. I think Antonio Brown has, I don't know if he's smarter than Odell would be, but he's more calm-headed in the game.
Yeah.
Because like you see, ignore the crap in the side Odell does, because I don't think that's that bad anyway. There's stuff kicking over shit and I don't take, because Tom Brady is the same kind of stuff, but because Odell's whatever wide receiver
and he's young,
he gets abuse over it. But it's fine for Tom to scream at everyone, and I think that's unfair. But Antonio Brown, I don't remember him ever having that thing on the sideline of, or like in game doesn't have freaking out his teammates.
Seems like level-headed.
Yeah, so that's why I would take. It depends on the system you're playing. I think Antonio Brown's a better fit for the Raiders than an Odell would be.
Yeah. Because
he is the kind of fella he needs to be open, or at least have the good side of his defender to make something happen. While Antonio is, I'll go over your head and catch it in your arms. Yeah. While I think Odell's kind of player when he's a slot, he could fit in a slot better than Antonio Brown would. Yeah. Which is why, especially for the Browns, Odell's going to be something completely different for them.
I can't wait to see how that pans out.
I worry about growing pains for at least the start of the season. I think they might drop games. I think they might go 4-3 for first 7. Yeah. I have to pull up their actual schedule and see if they're playing properly. Well, I have the schedule for the Browns though. So
one thing I was going to say as well before we go too far away from it, before I can bring it back. DeAndre Hopkins until recently also hasn't had a good quarterback, so it makes sense that he's more in the spotlight now.
Matt Schaub?
Wasn't Brian Hoyer there for a while as well?
Was there. Brian not Brady.
Now he has Deshaun Watson, who has a lot of potential.
All he
doesn't die.
All he needs is he's the most sacked quarterback last season, which isn't fair. So with him,
the most abused man in the NFL.
He's almost like LeBron James, which is probably a bad thing to say, but I mean in the fact of he's the one player to carry it, no matter. Like I say, LeBron James gets triple teamed, he's still expected to make a shot. Deshaun Watson gets 6 defensive linemen on top of him. He's expected to make a pass, and it's not fit. He had a good few interceptions last season because he wasn't in a position to throw it away. You see him throw the ball away.
Yeah, he has no space to even throw it away.
No, they've I had to look again. We'll have to do a video where actually look at who they actually drafted. I think they did go heavy on the line, the offensive line they drafted.
Yeah. That's all they really need because they're good on defense. They have the receivers.
They wrap Clowney up. They wrap Clowney up.
Is he still up in the air?
He hasn't shown up to training camp yet. He's franchise tag.
Yet another player holding out.
Yeah, he's that's a video, another one.
That's a whole thing.
With Hopkins, it is like even with the getting I think they got 2 or 3 offensive linemen in the draft. That's still another season of them trying to get used to the system. Yeah. So they probably still have not a bad year. I think they should be
a similar season,
about 500 this year, maybe just above it. Yeah. Because their defense is they still have a huge because Tyrann Mathieu's gone now. Yeah. So they have a hole again at safety. And even Tyrann Mathieu wasn't even that good for him last year, which is annoying because he likes to press. So if the ball's gone over him, that's it. So all they have at the moment, is I think Clevenger's on the line. DJ Clevenger's there.
Jesus.
JJ Watt is there, who's getting old. So he's going to at some stage
and injured all the time.
Exactly. At some stage he's going to digress. He's still a 15 sack kind of guy, but he's still going to digress. And if you don't have Clowney on the other side, and Clowney I think got like 8 sacks last year, maybe less.
He got injured a couple of times as well, didn't he?
Yeah. Well, sure, his rookie season was injured. He was out rookie season. So with him, I think his rookie season. Don't fact check me on that. But that's going to help diminish Watt as well because Clowney took a lot of because he's quicker, so he took a lot of pressure off Watt from that side. So then Watt had more opportunities because he might get double teamed, but if Clowney's not there, he's going to get triple teamed for God's sake. Yeah, he's going to the center probably shift over just to get him. So that's a team that's going to be. I think they'll miss the playoffs because I don't see the wide receivers core is still, other than Hopkins, is still dodgy. Because Will Fuller's injured every 12 seconds.
Who was it again? Kiki Kuti, I think came up last season.
Yeah, Kuti's got, you got him fantasy, so he's good in fantasy.
No, he was good.
He was good. But he's another fella. He's not.
He also got injured straight away.
Yeah, but he's another player where it's the focus is on Hopkins. So Kiki took the scraps from it and made the most of it. He's more of a slant kind of curler kind of guy and make a lot out of it. Yeah. So it's a lot of these teams are going to be of one player takes the. That's what Steelers going to struggle with. Yeah. All they have is Juju. And TJ Watt's now at this defense side, but he's on the. He's injured anyway. He got some injuries straight away at first day of camp.
Jesus.
I think it was a conditioning drill.
It's horrible to get an injury this early on in camp. Not even in pre-season. That would be bad enough.
Every season the same shit.
Yeah.
Every season someone gets injured at the start of it.
It's ridiculous.
So, like that, it's going to be. It's a league of. Except for the Patriots, because my team. I'd put that in there.
God damn it.
And I'm not a bandwagon fan. I'm there since 2004, give or take.
He's actually born in Boston.
Yes,
so.
I didn't choose them. They chose me.
Oh, God.
I'm there. Vrabel, Brewski, Vinatieri days. I was there. Ty Law, just about. I was there. Let's not get me into that conversation. I will wreck all of you. But like they're a team that it'll be interesting to see without Gronk. But every year they're not bar Randy Moss. They're not the kind of team that is. This player has to do really, really well, and this player will get the scraps.
Sure, they usually have just a team full of random players you've never heard of anyway.
Chris Hogan wasn't that big before. He became playoff Chris Hogan.
Yeah.
Julian Edelman wasn't even, I don't even know if he was drafted.
I just think it's amazing how they have all these players that you know so well for a season because they're doing so good, and then they just move on, and then the team's still so good.
It's if Belichick doesn't, it is. I don't hate people. You can't give it just Belichick. You can't give it just Brady. It's literally the two of them are doing it.
It's ridiculous.
Because you can't. Like people say, oh, we'll just throw in. I don't know, fucking Brian Hoyer. Brian Hoyer's not good. He's our backup.
Yeah.
He's still not going to get us over 11 wins every season.
Nope.
Fair enough, we had Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo had Brady to tell him what to do. He was young.
Yeah.
So Garoppolo, see how he does.
That's another thing again.
Yes. With Jacoby Brissett, who was good, again, learned from Brady when Brady was there. So if you didn't have Brady there and just Belichick, it'd be interesting. It'd be like if it happens, I think when Brady goes, Belichick will go.
Yeah.
So
that'll be.
I don't think we'll ever see Brady without Belichick or Belichick without Brady.
Yeah.
Which would be even like we've won enough at this stage, as bad as it sounds, that I wouldn't mind seeing a season of us. What it would be like with.
I'm sure everybody wouldn't mind seeing a season where the Patriots are not around.
But I think people would rather not have Belichick and Brady because Brady's so fucking old now.
Yeah.
He's gonna start. He's not really. He's slowly starting. His decision making's getting a bit worse.
I feel like once they go, it'll be like when Alex Ferguson left Man U.
It's going to be a long time of because like coaches that aren't going to come. Like, we have the best. We've had like Brian Flores is a great defensive coordinator. He's gone to the Dolphins now. We've Josh McDaniels. There are all these kind of people that aren't going to come to the Patriots.
Yeah.
With Belichick on.
Plus, all the staff are leaving the Patriots and going to be head coach of a different team.
So it's like they're the one team that hasn't had a thing where we have one great player and the rest feed off it.
Yeah.
So. Because like we had Randy Moss back in the day, Wes Welker, we had all these players, Deion Branch. Like there's a lot of stuff that
it just seems like one great franchise that just keeps going.
It's like the. I wouldn't. You kind of have to when it comes to success. Do it with the Warriors.
Yeah.
But the Warriors went about it different. Well, no, you can't. No, you can't really say the Warriors went about it differently because they drafted Draymond, they drafted Harrison Barnes that time, they drafted Curry.
Yeah.
Like you can't say they bought the league until they got Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Which of course people say that they were going to be as good with Kevin Durant. You can't say it. And the Patriots then they've won as much, but they've won more. But it's not a thing of they bought the league. Fair enough, they got like they got like it's a weird. It's like they get players at the end of their career and make them have at least one more season, then shift them off again.
Yeah.
Like Darrell Reeves was great with us. We shifted him. Randy Moss, we had him for I think 3 seasons. Shifted him again when he got old.
I think everyone you've had that you've won a fucking Super Bowl with, you've just shifted on.
Gone, yeah. Like there's very few players get past rookie contracts with the Patriots. You kind of get that 4-year run with them.
So weird.
And then they bring up players afterwards and just build them up again. Like our offensive line has never been bad because of I can't remember his name. I can't remember the offensive lineman coach's name, but he's just able to make fellas out of absolutely nothing. Like this year we lost Trent Brown, but now we lost Nate Solder to the Giants.
Yeah.
Probably your most promising offensive lineman you have.
Pretty much the only offensive
line.
Probably,
pretty much. So then we still have David Andrews, our center's been there for years. We have on the left side, we still have Shaq Mason. Like we still have there's a load of fellas there anyway. We still have him, and there's like every season we've Isaiah Wynn. He was a rookie last year. He's injured all year. He's from Georgia with Sony Michel.
You never really have like one that stands out either. It's just that they work well as a unit.
Yeah, that's what I mean. When they go to their teams, they still struggle with their teams.
Yeah.
So it's just the Patriot way is the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the way it goes. But where did we start? I think we were at the Browns and the Raiders when I were here.
Oh, who knows?
Well, I have the Browns.
Just moving on and on.
The most interesting NFL thing this year, other than Le'Veon Bell, how he's going to do with the Jets and Patriots downfall.
Oh God, I forgot about that.
They are good. The AFC East is not going to be as easy as it was anymore. The Browns have the Titans the first week. Who knows what the Titans are going to be every season?
Yeah.
If Mariota's going to show up or not. Derrick Henry's there, still there. Like it's the Jets.
They have so much potential.
The Jets are, I think, could very much knock off the. There could be a thing to knock off the Patriots this year. With Sam Darnold's going to be better.
His shit together.
Le'Veon Bell, Anua, the wide receiver.
I mean, Sam Darnold and Le'Veon Bell are enough to be honest.
It is, yeah. Le'Veon Bell can line up a wide receiver better. So they could lose to the Jets as well, to the Browns. They have the Rams, who I still people are going to figure them out, but I don't think the Browns will figure them out the first two games.
Yeah.
The Ravens they'll beat, but that's still first three games. You could at least have you could be 1-2 after the first three games. The Ravens defense is depleted so bad.
Yeah.
Bar Earl Thomas, but he's a safety. He's not going to make that much of a difference as the off the edge with Zadarius Smith and CJ Mosley and all these guys up front.
Unless they can proper run over everybody, that they're not going to do so well. I don't think.
Niners again, another theme. It's very 50-50 because
please Jimmy G,
please do something.
Please.
Yeah, him and George Kittle first full season together.
Oh my God.
Should be something.
I want to see a healthy Jimmy G for a season just to see what he can do.
See if he's actually as good as everyone thought he'd be after Brady.
Yeah.
Because he was good those two starts, but he got injured again.
Yep.
Then after 49ers, which is their defense is alright. Seahawks, they'll lose to Seahawks because DK Metcalf against
Seahawks annoy me. They don't have anything that really stands out, but then they're always very good. They're always better than you expected.
Somehow Russell Wilson's underrated still.
Yeah.
The man, no matter how old he gets, you can't tackle him.
It's because his style is so weird. He can throw massive bombs that are pinpoint, and he can run, but then he can have games where he just can't throw anything as well.
He's had Doug Baldwin, who's not a deep guy, but he still was able. I don't know, and Jimmy Graham at that time wasn't great, but they still managed to get to the playoffs nearly, I think 6 of the last 7 seasons that Russell Wilson's been there, they got to the playoffs.
And they always seem to scrape it as well by some miracle performances at the end.
Oh, so they have the Seahawks, then they have the Patriots.
Oh. That'll be an interesting game.
It depends.
Cleveland will be a couple of games settled in then as well.
So there'll be Titans, there'll be 2-2, 3. I'd say, but as Patriots, they'll be 500, 3-3. The Patriots week 8 because they have a bye week in week 7.
Yeah. Patriots
again. I'd never want to make a projection on what the Patriots are going to do in a season because
you never know.
The cycle is win the Super Bowl next season, get rid of all their decent players, lose the first 4 games.
Yeah.
Start winning
That's
again.
so annoying as well. The first month is always so bad for the Patriots. You think, yes, finally they're gone, and then they just win every game ever.
So with us, if they could draw, give them a draw.
Draw.
See, it's again like you said, the Browns would be settled by then.
Yeah.
So Baker could completely torch. Devin McCourty's getting older.
Yeah.
Jason.
Cleveland have a couple of good receivers as well. It's not like he can
it's not
only
just
throw to Odell.
They have Landry and they have Njoku, who I think people still don't give enough credit to. Njoku. I had him in my fantasy, which matters because you figure out how well players are doing sometimes.
Can't wait to see how that goes again.
Broncos, they should destroy the Broncos because
they haven't done anything.
They drafted Drew Lock. Again,
I think that's the team I've probably heard the least about this offseason.
They haven't got any better, and they haven't gotten any worse.
Yeah.
They lost Demaryius Thomas last season.
They're just kind of chilling. Who's
now with the Patriots after going to the Texans. Another player who was had a very strong start to his career, kind of dwindled the last 2 years with Texans halfway through last year, was struggling a bit.
Yeah.
And now he's gone to the Patriots, where people thought he's going to be bad. He's lost his legs and stuff. The Patriots can bring him back up as well.
Probably.
So the Broncos, I think they beat the Broncos. I think Lindsey is their star. So if Philip Lindsey's
he's all they have.
Emmanuel Sanders, who he's saying everyone's doubting, but he doesn't have.
Who's their quarterback now?
I think Case Keenum might be their starter.
Oh God.
No, that's a lie. No.
It's not Trevor Siemian or.
Oh, he's there still. He's there. No, sorry, Case Keenum's gone to the Redskins. So yeah, it's Drew Lock, Joe Flacco. That's who it is.
Oh, Jesus.
Joe Flacco's there, so Drew Lock needs to get his shit together fast.
At least there's somebody who's throw first.
Bills, I think that'd be a shootout because I love Josh Allen, and
they could be good this
I love Robert Foster, a wide receiver. I love Zay Jones, a wide
Shady
receiver.
McCoy's still there.
Yeah, but they got Frank Gore as well, which I don't like.
Oh God, yeah.
The man who killed Kenyon Drake's career.
I can't believe he's still not getting first team snaps. Kenyon Drake.
I think we
Christ.
need a video of each team.
I know.
So the Bills, I think the Browns. It could be a 38-37 kind of game. Literally, absolutely ridiculous. Because the Bills' defense isn't bad. Lorenzo Alexander, linebacker, just seems to never get old. Steelers, they should beat the Steelers. Their defense, especially if TJ Watt is out, still. Their defense is not that good. And we'll find, closer to the time, we'll figure out what Roethlisberger is with Juju and James Conner and all them. James Conner
the steel curtain is officially dead, though.
It is.
I don't think they'll have much on defense at all this year.
I'm struggling to name anyone other than TJ Watt who's actually a star player on that defense.
Yeah.
Bar the kind of older guys who can stay all around. Dolphins, again, I think what I'm hearing from news and stuff, Brian Flores, who came the coordinator from the Patriots, he's apparently whipping everybody into shape. They have hopefully we'll finally see who's the wide receiver, who's there, Jarvis Landry. Oh, the young guy keeps disappointing every season.
Is Amendola still there? I know that's not who you're on about, but is he still there? Or is that just like a 1 year thing?
Amendola is... I will tell you right now. Devontae Parker is something of.
Oh, yeah.
Who every year
does disappoint
we see gets like a behind the catch backflip in training camp and then is horrendous in the season.
Nothing.
So this year he has... it's the quarterback situation there is frustrating me again. Because Ryan Fitzpatrick was going to throw 6 touchdowns the first game of the season.
Oh, yeah.
And that's going to keep Josh Rosen, who's the backup, out of the lineup. And
Jesus, they've moved on completely in their quarterbacks, haven't they?
Yeah. Sure.
Who was their...
Tannehill.
Yeah, where's he gone?
Ryan Tannehill.
I'm sure he signed somewhere.
Tannehill. Oh, he did. He went to... Titans, back up to Mariota.
Oh, he could get some action there because Mariota will get injured every 5 minutes.
I think he's happy being on the bench getting paid.
Yeah.
That's how I feel he is. Josh Rosen, David Johnson, you're running back from the Cardinals.
Oh, yeah.
He keeps bigging him up even though he's gone and saying, he can still be really good.
Who?
So, Josh Rosen.
Oh.
So,
Jesus.
He only had one season they dropped him, which I think is unfair.
Yeah.
A season you drop a guy, you don't give him a chance to figure out the offense, decide what the league is like.
Yeah.
So it's not fair on him. So I think he should start instead of Fitzpatrick, because Fitzpatrick's a lot of false hope.
I mean, I always think in that kind of situation you should always start the younger guy.
Maybe not straight away. Maybe give him time to watch. Maybe 4 games. I think you see. Obviously, I don't think you set Ryan Fitzpatrick even if he's thrown 12 touchdown passes in the first three games.
Yeah.
He's not your starter. He's not a starter anywhere. I don't care what anybody
you have
says.
to keep that in mind. Not like what they did with Tampa Bay last year, where they just switched him every game.
Exactly.
Basically.
That's why I'll try to stay off that because that's another. I'll get into that conversation again.
These are all future podcasts or videos.
Again, with them, it is. I think we both agree on Kenyon Drake should be.
Yeah.
He should be getting Ezekiel Elliott kind of touches on the ball. He'd be getting 20-25 touches a game.
When they actually did make him the main guy last year, he absolutely flamed everyone.
He just has his cuts and stuff. He's just smarter than definitely smarter than Kalen Ballage.
Yeah.
Who I don't at all.
It's just really annoying how they'd bring on someone else then and they'd get one lucky run and it would be maybe a 60-yard touchdown run or something. So then they'd be like, see, we need to give all these other guys touches. But it's no. Fine, you bring that guy in and he gets the touches, but maybe it's because you only just brought him in and they don't expect the run.
Yeah, it's
because Kenyon Drake's not there. So that should keep working where Kenyon Drake's always the main guy.
That's why hopefully, I wanted to be more competitive AFC East because I'm sick of people saying the Patriots win, which is true. We get the easiest kind of schedule every season because we play those teams twice.
That's again like the Warriors have had it in their division.
So
they've had no competition.
Again, when Browns face them, they drafted Christian Wilkins out of Clemson, who's good, kind of underrated. Akeem Spence, their line isn't great, but then you have Kiko Alonso, he's always solid enough at linebacker. Xavier Howard is incredible, not maybe incredible, he's a very very good cornerback. Minkah Fitzpatrick is unbelievable. You can switch him to safety if you need to. So and they have Eric Rowe, who was at the Patriots, wasn't that bad. He didn't fit in the system, but he wasn't there. So there's that they're very. If hopefully that what they're saying is Brian Flores is being really tough on him and really getting this kind of gritty feel to him, which I hope.
So that team is just realistic, very up in the air, and we have to wait and see.
And them like the AFC East is all like Patriots. The whole thing is actually the Patriots, who you can assume are going to do somewhat well anyway.
Yeah.
The Jets, who you're hoping, because Sam Darnold is very good. Josh Allen is another second-year quarterback that's going to do very well. Then you have third-year quarterback stage actually. Sorry.
Every team there has potential.
Yeah, exactly. And then the Bills again, another team.
Yeah.
Like there are a lot of.
Josh Allen, if he continues what he was doing, then.
Again, I'd like to kind of. Like we saw the way he ran last year. He runs like a bulldozer.
Yeah.
So hopefully Flores.
Jumping people as well.
It's like if Flores does like a Patriots thing of you run it a lot more. We could say with Kenyon Drake, and you have Josh Allen like Lamar Jackson runs a few options and just runs people over. Even for the short kind of trick. Like if you solidify the run game with Kenyon Drake and Josh Allen, I like it because that gives you more versatility when it comes to shorter downs. And then the Browns after the Bills, that was a long conversation about Dolphins. Steelers again. So they play Steelers twice because of division. Again,
have to wait and see with it.
Yeah, it depends. Bengals, to me, they're the worst team.
Bengals, are probably just
in the whole thing. AJ Green needs to get out of there. Tyler Eifert.
A lot of teams have made a turnaround, but
they've gotten worse with the same team.
Haven't, yeah.
It's because they haven't moved on from Andy Dalton. They have Joe Mixon, who's
who they signed on recently? Who's the receiver?
AJ Green.
No,
not John Ross. Was it John Ross?
No, the other one.
The other fast one.
Yeah, I had him on my fantasy team. He recently signed a new contract extension.
Oh, not John Ross.
Made bare money.
Wait, no. John Ross. I'll get there now.
Oh, God.
Keep thinking.
All that's coming to my head is Tyler, but that's the wrong player altogether.
Damn it. Why can't I find... Oh, there's right there.
Bengals receiver.
Tyler Boyd.
Tyler Boyd.
That's who it is. Tyler Boyd.
So it was Tyler. Fuck's sake.
He's good. He's not. But again, these armed fellas, you kind of need that 50-50 guy who's AJ Green, who might get injured again. And then
because they have the weapons, they just fall apart all the time.
So they haven't won 30 years. They haven't won a playoff game.
Jesus.
That was down to.
That's a horrible thing to think of when you have AJ Green on your team.
Marvin Lewis is the reason for that. Who's there for however long. He's gone now.
True.
So after Bengals, they have Cardinals, who are kind of. I think it'll be like the Browns for a while. But they're a bit ahead of the Browns because they've got their Baker before and they've got.
You just hope he ends up better than Josh Rosen did.
It's a different coach again with a different system who might work it better.
Yeah.
I think he'll let they say Josh Rosen can move. I couldn't see him moving at all.
No.
But Kyler can move. They say Kyler's a generational athlete, so hopefully that works out with Christian Kirk and all this. Again, doesn't have a lot of wide receivers. Here's Larry, who's old now. He's safe hands.
I feel like they're relying on him way too much.
He's safe hands, but he's not going to make something play happen.
Yeah, like there's things going around about them being like one of the great top duos in the league, but like
it's too early, way too early. It's too early and too late at the same time.
For the hype for Kyler Murray, but like Larry Fitzgerald's on the way out.
Larry's like a kind of guy you have, even like the safety tight end routes across the slant or like these kind of drag routes. He's that kind of fella. Like if no one's open downfield, throw it to Larry.
He's the safe hands. Yeah.
After that, the Ravens again, who I think will struggle because they got a lot of teams to figure out Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
They're the Bengals again. So you kind of, I can't see them going too far over 500. I hope they prove me wrong because I think it'll be fun to watch anyway.
Yeah.
Because their defense is stacked anyway. Again. So, just because it's the Steelers,
they have a lot of hype to live up to.
That's the issue.
And they have all the players to do it.
That's the problem. And that's the problem with them. They have the people made too much hype about them.
Yeah.
And so that's another.
And I think if things go wrong, they could be dangerous.
I think they won't go wrong because of Baker in my mind. Because I think Baker's just has that kind of confidence about him where that.
Yeah.
It's almost like he's been, like I said to you last year when we were watching last year, I feel like he's been there for so long.
Yeah.
So I've been there a year, 2 years.
I feel like there's a lot of dependency on him though, because he has a lot of like pieces to pull together. Like if it does start going wrong, it's on him to try and get it to go right again.
That's why it's kind of good that like Odell and Landry are friends. They went to college together.
Yeah.
They kind of glue straight away. Landry gets along with Baker, so that glues another bit together. Njoku's Njoku. I think he just fits anywhere. Then you have Kareem Hunt, who I do not want to see get more reps.
Keep forgetting about
than Chubb.
Yeah. A lot of people are saying that they want to see Kareem Hunt as the main guy.
You can see it from what he's done, but I think Chubb, at least give him, if it's 50-50, I'm okay with it. But I don't want Kareem getting more than him.
Yeah, no, I think Chubb should be the main guy as well. After the season he had last year, and he's a young guy.
He did, like, the argument people are saying is that Kareem's had 2 years more experience, and Chubb came in, he only got half, but like, they didn't use him well till halfway into the season. Once, what's his name was fired.
Duke Johnson. Oh.
What's his head coach? Can't remember now.
Oh, I don't know, the guy that had so much controversy with.
Yeah. So what?
I don't know.
The Greg Williams is gone, but Freddie Kitchens is there now. So
Duke Johnson's still there as well, isn't he?
Yeah, I remember Baker got in trouble for saying that there's something that Duke didn't try hard enough, so why should he get more reps?
Oh yeah.
But apparently, I just read an article now saying they're fine.
It annoyed me last year because I felt like he always just cut into like Nick Chubb's reps. Like he didn't really deserve them.
Duke's the kind of fellow who fantasy fellas look and say, oh, he's good just because he might get a couple of passing yards. And you think he's better. When you actually look at play him, watch him play the game, Chubb, he just runs.
Yeah.
The man, he's a decent at juking, decent at trucking. He just runs.
Yeah. He
reminds me of, don't think you were there, but Michael Turner back in the day was with the Falcons. You ever hear of him? He had massive thighs. And his thing was he hit a player and his legs just keep going.
Oh yeah.
And that's what reminds me of Chubb. He just gets it, and Chubb just run and run and run.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel he goes. So, Browns, I think, be 50-50. Raiders, defense is horrendous. So they're going to be like the Falcons.
Yeah, they might fall apart.
Points. Hope the defense can stop once.
Yeah.
And try and win it. So it's going to be interesting. I hope they prove me wrong. And
there's so much this year, so we just have to like see how it turns out. Because there's so many pretty much new teams, just because so many people have moved.
Like the Packers have a new offense. They signed Matt LaFleur at their new head coach, so hopefully him and Rodgers get along better than Rodgers and.
Oh yeah.
I'm terrible with names at this stage.
Mike McCarthy.
That was it.
Yeah.
Their issues. Hopefully that helps. He has people who are arguably saying might be the best running back in the league that no one knows about. Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
Because when you saw him he didn't get reps last year. Well, he wasn't run half as much as he should have been.
Wasn't he splitting with someone as
well?
Ty
Montgomery before he went to the Ravens.
And there was someone else.
Oh.
I'm sure they had 3 running backs as well. There was one of those situations. Was it James?
Perry's in my name. Perry's in my head.
I have James something in my head for some reason, so.
Perry's in my head, right. Hopefully I'll be able to do this a bit smoother from now on, just sort of looking and stuff.
We'll have notes in the future because we'll actually know what we're talking about. This is just kind of, we've gone into a bit of everything.
Jamal Williams.
Yeah, that was it.
There's him, Ty Montgomery, and I'm doing. There you go. So then, like, there's so many teams that are just
too many running backs.
Too many running backs and
pick a guy.
And new systems to even decide now how it's going to turn out.
Yeah.
And this whole crap of people looking at training camp and seeing teams and players just do ridiculous stuff and then saying, that's it, he's done the season.
That's your guy.
Like Mike Gesicki the other day catching that one-handed catch in the end zone. Mike Gesicki's not that good.
That quote we got on that, I thought it was hilarious.
Taste of Sport Twitter account. Just
follow it.
Up to date.
At Taste of Sport. So I'm saying.
So that's where MLB will come in.
Money.
So like it's like a lot of teams gonna be hyped over preseason and training camp, which a lot of it makes sense. Like say quarterbacks, you can just looking at how they're throwing the ball, and after that, that's it. I think whoever stays healthy through training camp and how looking at how quarterbacks throw the ball is the only things I can see that you can even take out of videos or.
I think you can barely even take anything because you can't even take anything really from preseason because was it last year or maybe the year before the Browns went undefeated in preseason?
Two or 3 years in a row they've won preseason.
It's ridiculous.
So preseason's only seeing.
Just giving people a chance to go play football, really.
Yeah, it's not. You don't even look at results or yards. If you have. I think people don't realize you have to look at more stats to see what players are playing.
Yeah, you have to actually watch it.
Like Gronk last season, like fantasy people hated him.
Yeah,
like even you hated him for fantasy last year. Which
I thought I got a steal last year getting Gronk, and then he just let me down. Trash.
And that's another thing. Like that's the thing. Like you understand that he might not have caught a load of passes and touchdown last season.
Yeah,
but the Patriots used him as blocking. Yeah, he was probably the best blocking tight end in the season last year.
Yeah.
And we were the best running team last season, arguably, with Sony Michel and James White and even oh my god, his name again, Rex Burkhead, who threw the odd to him. You pick him up fancy people look at that too much as their stats. Towards that. Because that's why preseason you have to watch to see how a fella uses his hands, how his feet move, how he just sets up, and how the offense, how their Because they're just going to try out stuff the whole time anyway.
Yeah.
You might see Tom Brady do 2 rushes in the preseason, if he even plays.
Oh, Tom Brady's rush from last year though. Everybody knows what I'm on about.
Oh.
That one slow rush
Speed.
where he got floored.
His 40 speed should not be that slow.
Oh, that was great stuff.
So that's a lot of things. NFL is probably when it comes to 2 of us, because NBA now, because your Clippers are better.
Oh, please.
And
That's team league, bro.
but sport league. But it's with that team, you put in 2 new players with a team that was already like you Montrezl Harrell. Like I would try not to skip into NBA from NFL because we just had a big NBA NFL conversation. We're going to get better with this stuff with switching and swapping. It'd be more center. But this is our first time. It's going to get you what we're going to be about. It's been over half an hour.
Yeah, should we call it here?
So
Because we have almost gotten up to an hour.
This is when the film closes on this. This might be cut up a few videos straight off the bat.
Well, no, because I was going to do it so there was one like podcast video
And then
cut it into whatever sections we've been hoping about and put them out as little video.
That might be why you were right with its own channel, because otherwise your channel will be flooded with it.
Yeah.
Unless you want to put the introductory section of that podcast into yours. If we do a sign off now and put the sign off, because you have to record a sign off now, it's only like with the camera. Because that's a lot of talking with no picture.
It's fine. I mean, there's a lot of audio podcasts anyway that people listen to.
Yeah.
Plus, with something this long, people will probably just put it on and then do something else on their computer.
But that's it from us for the
That's
first
what I
time.
do anyway. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed listening to us ramble about random stuff.
It'll get better with the format of it.
Yeah, we'll actually be focusing on one thing probably for the next one. So.
Sheets for days.
Yeah, I mean we have sheets. They
did not.
we didn't really go by them, did we?
They started off with them, and then they fell out of the galaxy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, if you've somehow made it this long listening, thank you very much.
Please, thank you.
Follow the Taste of Sport Twitter for constant updates and see what we're doing. We might have a YouTube channel dedicated for it. We probably will.
Hopefully, probably better off. Just we'll see what traction we get. Really.
Yeah.
Well, no. Fuck it. We'll just do it anyway.
Fuck it, boys.
That's gonna be loud.
Be grand. Hopefully next time we maybe we'll have 2 mics as well. We just ran with the one this time because there was a lot of setup difficulties and it took a long time.
It took about an hour to find an SD card, so that was the problem.
Oh yeah, we've been setting this up now for maybe like 2 hours, I would say.
We got there. There.
We made it in the end, boys. Yeah, thank you guys for watching and then listening towards the end, and we will see you next time.
Bye bye.